Am I doing it? Are you doing it?
Nah, I'll do it.
He's waiting for the moment to strike, bro.
The moment to strike is here. We are joined with 3 members today of the couch. Mr. Tanaka, how are you, brother? We have to introduce you because it's your first episode ever on League Lads.
Yeah, they got the HIA card out. Put me on.
Bring him straight on. He's coming in as a sub. And we got the man, Fred.
Yeah, the way...
I'm talking very lightly today.
Nice and calm.
Nice and calm. I'll tell you why. Because we got the win. You know what I mean? I'm so happy today.
I'm happy too, and I just want to say we got the extra man because we saw South do it for 30 seconds. So I said we might as well get Tanaka on for the full
And
episode.
I'm off, guys.
Just for 30 seconds.
Just for 30 seconds.
Quick
So
interjection.
See, mate, is it?
have a safe drive home, bro.
Okay, well,
Text me when you get home safe.
yeah, so we're seeing some blunders this week. We got to experience some good footy, some bad calls, some bad injuries. First things first, we like to get started always with the weekly award show. Tanaka, you know the go, W-Man's, L-Man's, Game of the Round. Fred, I'm going to let you take this away. You can do the award segment. You can announce it. You know what? You just do everything today.
I'm the man. I'm the man today, bro. We've done a double sesh today, bro.
Yeah,
we've worked overtime today, but it's worth it. It's all for a good cause, guys. So, the W-Mans of the week. There's a man I'd like to say. This is going to be probably his first, maybe even his last, appearance here.
Don't say that.
For me.
Don't say that.
But Luke Brooks.
Yes, let's give him a round of applause.
Brother,
I actually didn't.
what did we say the other day, bro? My saying, since I went to the game with Mahmoud, bro, I just love saying let Brooks cook. It just made so much sense. It just felt so good to say let Brooks cook. And what did he do? He cooked them, and he cooked them medium rare, cuz.
He cooked them on a rainy night.
2 40-20s, bro.
Couldn't do it on a cold night in Stoke. What do they say?
Yeah.
He done it, boys.
He done it at a cold, rainy night, mate. That's for sure. And I was very happy for the Tigers because you looked at this game like as much as I sort of wanted to tip the Tigers and say it was an upset. I just couldn't bring myself to because although they have shown they haven't been getting flogged like they've been in a lot of these games, but it's Penrith, bro. You just expect Penrith to be Penrith. But the way I see rugby league, man, as soon as it starts raining, it's a different game. Everything changes. The way you prepared all week changes.
Everything, man.
Things that you usually want to do, try and do, won't work. And the Tigers, man, they relished in that. They actually, it wasn't like a lucky win, bro. They played good.
They played so well.
5 errors whole game. And it was just...
Even to be able to hold Penrith out, even in that last 15 minutes when Penrith are always the best team. They always know what to do in those last minutes. They got big game players. Even to just hold on, bro. Even the last I think the last minute was crazy, bro. Penrith almost scored.
Yeah.
They got the ball back. They tried doing things. But, man, Penrith for the past 3 weeks haven't been good. And you can blame the rain all you want. But if they're going to go back and if they want to do a three-peat, which is, we all know it's almost near impossible in NRL. But if they want to go and do a three-peat, they can't be losing games like this. And they can't be playing footy like this. And I don't see a big problem in Penrith right now, but I think they'll go far, maybe not all the way. But, man, for the Tigers, bro, honestly, you deserve that. All the fans, everyone that's supporting them, that stayed loyal in these hard times, Mahmoud Ismail. To see Luke Brooks finally get a win was amazing, bro. Man, I always say this. As soon as he leaves the Tigers, he'll be fine. He'll be decent. No matter, I don't know where he goes, but he'll be a decent player. Because he's not, he's played in the biggest, he's won Daily M halfback of the year, bro, at one point. So that quality is always going to be there, but it's just the confidence that kills him. But, yeah, the W-Man's been him. Is there anyone else?
Averillo, Burns.
Averillo, oh my days. Let's talk about Averillo. He's playing with an injury too.
No, Burns is playing with
No,
injury.
but
Averillo's not 100%.
not 100%. And, whatever, I can say that to make him look better. But 2 weeks ago, he just couldn't even run anymore. He was limping on one leg. So, but, man... What a performance. Him and Burns. I think Burns was unbelievable. What's he injured now?
Yeah, he was the best player in the park. He literally had one leg. He's now ruled out for 5 to 8 weeks. Yeah, which is just a shame,
story of our bloody season, bro.
Whoever plays good, bro. Whoever plays good gets hurt. But, with the Burns thing, this is one we'll talk about it more later. Now that I'm not too mad about it because I know we have depth.
Yeah, we can say you can see that there's
It's time for someone else to step into that.
And we've called this
That role.
2 weeks ago,
And
maybe.
it's gonna happen now, man.
You reckon they're gonna finally bring him
Yeah,
in?
we don't have a choice now.
They pulled out players from the New South Wales Cup. They pulled Oloapu and Skelton out. I thought Skelton would play this week, to be honest with you. For Casey, maybe.
Yeah,
but it's never happened.
Now I think he will.
Yeah, for Burns. Has to happen.
Now I think Skelton's time to shine.
What do you think
bro.
about his debut?
Oloapu?
Yeah.
Man, I watched, before the game, I watched his story. And I know every NRL player has a story. But he mentioned something about losing his father. And, he got really emotional. And he's got 13 brothers. So when I especially when someone's young, you look at their mindset. You look at the way they're going to play. The way he played, he was confident. I feel like he's going to play for a cause. You know what I mean? He has something. People can rave on all they want. Maybe he will go to shit. I don't know. But he has a cause. And I feel like he's playing behind that. And if it's only his first game, he's going to have some bad games. People are going to lose it at him. Typical fans. It happens. But I'm willing to back him for another 2 seasons, bro. Because I've never seen a player come into a game, which is a big game. It's a rivalry game. And just be able to... He was running. He didn't care. He didn't care what was going on. He took the runs. He defended well. And but man, yeah, I think it was a good debut. But obviously, I think there's a lot of things he can get better at, which is normal. But
we're going to be talking about
talk
him
about
and Reynolds a lot a bit later. Another guy for W Men's of the Week.
Who is it?
Campbell Graham, bro. I got to give him a
Monster.
shout out because he is just getting I don't know how he can get better than he every week, but he just gets better every week, and he killed Brisbane. It's just that simple.
Bro, Brisbane were towards the half end of the game. He was just unbelievable. He needs Origin jersey. Enough's enough, man.
Yeah, that's.
I don't think Tommy plays. Honestly, I don't think Tommy plays Origin. We've said this all year. He's not fit to even be playing NRL. I think they got him in too early, and I understand why.
The game's not that far away now. You can't be bringing Turbo in. I think what killed us last year as well was that whole favouritism thing. You got to bring in people on form as well. As much as you want to stay loyal to some people.
Of course, man.
Some people earn that loyalty, and I get it. But then some people just have to be on form, and I think the outside backs is something you got to just do purely on form.
Yeah,
of course.
The way I
It's
see it,
confidence too, man.
you should only be loyal if you won. If you lost,
that's true.
You don't have to be loyal anymore.
Like the whole Luai versus Hines thing, it all comes down to, well, Luai didn't win us the series last year. Neither did Cleary, but we're not gonna.
Obviously,
get rid
we
of
know
Cleary,
who's.
you know what I mean?
we know who's the guy, bro.
We know who's cemented in that team, and we know who can easily. You can leave out if they start showing some bad. That they can't get the job done. But Campbell Graham deserves that centre jersey. I think we'll talk about Origin when it comes close, but I think he really deserves it, and I think he'll be picked because Fittler had him in camp last year, and credit to everyone.
It's who we're dealing with. That's why.
Yeah, I don't know, but credit to them. They had him in camp, so that's more of a confidence booster.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs it. I really don't. I think he's a big game player, and why I say that because he's so aggressive. The guy's always, what is his name, as a serial killer?
Yeah,
he's always got the Matty John shirt.
Yeah,
he's
they call
always
him
got that bandage on, always. So he's ready for war. The way he plays, and he really deserves it. I think if Souths don't have him, bro, I think they struggle a bit, man. He scores a lot of their tries.
Yeah.
It's his defensive work as well, man.
And he doesn't make errors.
We all talk about how good his defense is, but his attack is coming through now as well. It's perfect all round centre.
2-way street for him now, bro.
Man.
He's got big potential. But yeah, man, L-Mans. We'll go. Let's get straight into L-Mans. I got one. I'm gonna start it off. I love this player, but it has to be Ben Hunt. I thought he was shocking in the Dragons Bulldogs game. I didn't think he was good. And he has a few of them games, but man, I think he needs to leave Dragons.
I think he had nothing to play off yesterday.
That's what I mean. But at the same time, he was trying to do, and when that happens, you become desperate. You try to do things, and his teammates let him down. But man, him and Lomax as well.
Listen, if you don't go forward, you don't do anything, man.
That's what I mean.
The one time they went forward was Murdoch Masilla's first run of the game. He makes 25 meters, and they score legit 20 seconds later because of Ben Hunt. But you'll always have to go forward for you to be able to do anything,
Of course,
man.
But he still has to get my L-Mans like Burden would if he played bad.
I think he wasn't even the biggest from the Dragons. I think you have to sort of give it to Lomax for the Dragons, because again, their goal kicking plus he got really nothing on that side, and he's versing like Burns actually monstered him. Mate, forced a few errors as well. Like, come on, man. You got to be doing better than that.
There was some good defense on that left-hand side for the Dragons from the Bulldogs. They defended them pretty well, and that forced a lot of errors.
Yeah. But I think my all man's of the week has to go to Kalen Ponga. Brother,
your TikTok made me cry.
brother, you just...
That made me cry.
I've never in my life seen anything
4
like
out
it,
of
bro. 4 out of 12, bro. 4 out of 12. He made 10 tackles or made 11 tackles and missed 10. Yeah, he did better in the second half, but I've never seen a half where a
He's not a
half
6, bro. He's not a 6.
has had a tackle rate of 33%, bro.
That's bad.
And they led to tries too, unfortunately, bro. It is just the case for him being in the defensive line is going for just him at 6 in general. It's going from bad to worse.
Bro.
And we're gonna have to. This is a topic for us, bro. What the hell do you do with him, man?
Man, I heard Brad Fiedler talking. I tagged you. I think I sent it to you.
Yeah, I was not happy with that.
For those of you who do not know what he said Ponga should be back in fullback. I agree, right? Unless you get rid of him because he's not a 6, he's not a 14.
How are you getting rid of him on that money?
Exactly. But now listen,
Who's gonna want him the way he's playing now?
A lot of people take him.
Sorry to cut you off, but the other thing I said on that money, we don't know how healthy he is. Like, I know he's been cleared to play, but that guy could be 1 or 2 concussions away
from missing a season.
Season or even the rest of his career.
I thought he was gonna miss the season off that head knock.
Yeah,
Because
you were
that
so
was
adamant.
bad, bro. That one, the way the world's moving with that sort of stuff and CTA and all this stuff, like that was a bad one, bro. He was slept. Like
he went good night, yeah.
Like and with his history, like
Yeah, so like
he
Brad,
can be a good player, dude.
listen, I want to go back on what Brad Fiedler
Yeah.
said, and this is probably why we won't win another Origin series until he's gone. He said that Ponga should play fullback and we should play Miller in the centres or wing. Now I don't know what Miller.
He's like, get rid of Greg Marzhew. And then you're like,
Yeah, and
look
I'm
at
like,
look
what?
at but look
How
at how
are you
Marzhew's
going
been
to?
playing.
Marzhew has been their best player. This is what I don't understand, and this is probably off favoritism. How are you going to get rid of Marzhew for
Oh,
Miller?
because it's Ponga, bro. That's
It's Ponga.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think, like Tanaka said, I don't see a long healthy career for him in NRL. I hope I do because he's so good to watch, bro. When he's on, he's unbelievable. But I think the Newcastle Knights are realizing now that.
But do you know what it is? It's like you look across the other side of the pond, not the other side of the pond, but the other state, let's say, and you look at the way Reece Walsh has been playing. And I know the reason I bring this up is we're going to Origin time. It's who gets the number 1 jersey. Like, you look at how good Reece has looked
Unbelievable,
in that
man.
Brisbane team.
Unbelievable, bro.
And, you know, Ponga has ripped up for Queensland as well. But I just think about it, I'm like, bro, like, I don't see Ponga having that level of impact.
Again,
Like, at that level. Like, I'm pretty sure psychologically, man, all these concussions have done something to him.
Definitely.
Like, they have to have, like, to be... It's like a player who does an ACL, for example. The first one, you know what, it might not bother you that much. You do the same knee again on a second ACL. You start thinking twice about the way you run,
Everything.
the way you turn. It changes the way you are as a player, and you might never be the same player again. I think Ponga has that in him as well. Like, it's played a big part.
psychologically, it's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel for the bloke. Bro, because it's just, man, he's a human being at the end of the day. This stuff will take a toll on you, like, and like you have to be extraordinarily tough to be able to handle all of those, all of the setbacks.
You got the word out pretty well, that one.
Extraordinarily.
Extraordinarily.
Yeah, I screwed that one up, but fat face, fat mouth.
You know what? I have a W men's.
What?
Buntia followed our boy on
Yeah,
TikTok.
that's true.
Buntia followed our boy on
My
TikTok.
dreams come true now. Dreams come
Bunty
true.
You
Talk.
thought I was gonna let us finish the award
Bunty
segment
talk is
without
on.
going to Bunty Talk?
That's true. That's
Come on, bro.
Fuck.
Shout out to Zelezniak and Bunty Talk, all the NRL boys that follow Fred and hopefully follow us one day.
I love him, bro.
Can I-
He actually made his he's made his night. Was it night time?
Life, bro.
Boys.
Best day of my life when Bunty followed me, cuz.
With that said, I want a W men's myself as
Go
well.
on.
W men's is gonna be MENS plural. The Warriors supporters.
Yes. Well done to
Mate.
the Warriors supporters. Give them I want to clap for them.
One, the reception.
Their support.
but those.
Bro,
I just want to say this now. The Radley get in the bin. The guy holding up the bin, bro. Radley get in here is the funniest sign I've ever seen in my life. It's better than the Alan Tongue and Willie Mason one.
You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking, how did they get the bin in? Like, what did security
Bro,
say?
what would I have thought?
Walked into the bin.
No, bro, because the
Just
security
straight vibes.
100% watched the games.
Oh, definitely.
They 100% watched the games. If the Seki would have pissed themselves laughing.
Nah,
When
come in,
he-
bro.
Come in, G!
Hey,
Hey, come in, G! I like that one.
that's a good one, bro. That is.
But I can't believe they lost because they just get back so well. And you know what, bro? And another thing to the Warriors fans, it was pouring rain in the last
Pissing.
5 minutes. They were still there. There's no chance they win that game in the last 5 minutes. There is no hope. Even the players knew they're not going to win.
But they
But they
stayed.
stayed there, and Shane Flanagan pointed it out. If that was back home, gone.
Yeah.
Or you might see a few, you know.
Pockets, yeah.
But they stayed to the end, and bro, they love their team. They appreciate their team. And I said it last week. I hope they win, bro. I hope they win everything.
Yeah.
Like if they could win State of Origin, I hope they win State of Origin.
Well,
too.
they deserve it, man. Those fans, and you're not gonna see any, New South Welshmen or like
Nah.
Queenslanders in a balaclava, bro.
No, that was a
That
good
was
one.
the
You put it up on
funniest thing I've ever. Like, bro, it's actually smart. Like, if it looks stupid but it works, it ain't stupid. That bloke probably had work
Warm.
tomorrow. His face is warm. He's not getting sick for nothing, bro. But everyone around him, their faces are probably freezing cold,
This
bro.
was what it would have been freezing, bro.
But his face stayed warm.
Game of the round. Now I'm wearing a Bulldogs jersey because we won. We'll talk about that soon, but that's my game of the round. What's
Yep,
yours?
I'm gonna go because I know what TK is gonna say. I'm gonna go. The Raiders game was very entertaining. The Raiders and Dolphins game, they nearly lost it in the end.
Yes.
But then a clutch field goal, and it was just so nice to see Jack Whiten at the end. You know the club means a lot to him, but I feel like he's got, other goals and aspirations to try and achieve.
Of course.
And he's leaving money on the table to achieve them. I just respect that hard.
Yeah, I want to say something about Jack Whiten, man. The criticism that he got from this is literally like, bro, and people talk about, why is he doing it now? He's going to distract the club. Yeah, but he has to think about his family that has to move to Sydney and his daughters or sons that he has to put in schools and things like that. People don't think about that stuff, you know what I mean? So, man, credit to Jack. He wants to achieve some things that he hasn't achieved before in his career, and he thinks he can get it done at the South. So, bro, fair play to him. And the way he was emotional in that interview, I think after that the Raiders fans really understood who he is. You know what I mean? Like they probably knew who he was before, but they're like, man, legend, respect. And even Ricky Stewart, bro.
Ricky's heartbroken.
Yeah, he's very, very emotional. He's been with him for that long, man.
Ricky really likes him, bro.
Yeah,
He
backed him
hurts
all
him.
That's his
the way.
superstar, bro. That's
Yeah.
his man. You know,
It's his kid, bro.
Yeah.
That's his W man's, bro.
and they helped him a lot, the Raiders. But I think it's time to move on for him, and all the best to him. He's made probably the right decision for him and his family.
Yeah.
But yeah, game of the round was Canberra and Dolphins, man. I thought the Dolphins were gonna come back, huh?
Yeah, you thought so.
I
but
thought that's it. We're gonna see it again.
Hey, they stuck it out.
It's so good having them in the. I'm so happy they're playing the way they are.
Dolphins.
Dolphins, we
Yeah.
all just thought it was going to be just some dead rubber team. And
I'll delete that episode. I don't want to hear it.
It's still a long season, man. But
I know, but they're making games competitive. You actually want to watch Dolphins games. You're
I
not
love 'em.
sitting there going, nah, it's going to be another one.
I love watching Dolphins
fins
games.
up, boys. Fins
Fins
up.
up, bro.
I love it. I love it. It's so good.
So I love it, man. Game of the week is the big elephant in the room. It's not even an elephant, is it?
Go on.
I think everyone knows what's
Yeah,
going
the Tigers.
Oh, yeah.
Tigers
a real
versus
hard
Panthers.
for victory.
Well done, man. Hopefully, they can pick up off this.
Good on your Tigers
I think
fans.
they will. I think they will now. I
Well,
think they believe it.
You stuck by him, man. You stuck by him,
I was
Tigers
burning by
fans.
12.
I'm so happy for you, man, because I would... You look at the game and you think Penrith, man, they can't. Surely not. The first win against Penrith.
And then boom.
And then boom. So hopefully... You got the Dragons next week.
That's massive, bro.
I'm probably going to... we'll get to the tips later.
We'll
Get
get to
play
the
the
tips.
way we played, we're done, bro.
Yeah, wallah. Yeah, he's one of the best, man. And we're going to talk about that now, the Bulldogs' performance.
Yeah, the Dogs'
The
performance.
Dogs' performance. Honestly, I didn't expect the Bulldogs to win because I know the Dragons aren't the best side, but I just feel like games like that open up very quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Both teams weren't the best. The Bulldogs were obviously the better side. I think the Bulldogs should have scored more points, but
Just bombed like two
Just
or three.
bombed.
We
tries.
bombed a few, bro.
there
And,
was some tries that before you get into, there's some tries that can't be happening, which is fine. You know what I mean? But the way they played, Ben, the way they with who we have, we're very light at the moment. I think for Tyler Mariner was our biggest guy on the field and Pangai. You know what I mean? But man, Reynolds, I want to talk about Josh Reynolds, bro.
yeah, I really want to talk about him too, because if we didn't make those changes, I don't think that we win the game. If we had Flanagan in this game, I don't think we win. The first 20 minutes, Josh Reynolds was everywhere.
Buzzing.
He was everywhere, man.
I love it.
And he backs himself, bro. That kick we made. You look like we were
That
on
was
the
a
ropes.
very good set from us defensively.
Yeah, we were
up
on the
until that
ropes.
kick.
We made like 5 meters in his third tackle.
See-
We're 5 meters out from the line after third tackle. Reynolds kicks it to Avarillo. Even the coach said, even Strutter said, "Oh, I'm having a chat to him about that one, but we're happy it worked out." That was against the game plan, but he did it. He backed himself.
But guess what, bro? Sometimes
Flanagan's not doing that, bro.
You gotta play what you see.
But that's the
sometimes.
difference. You got someone that's so confident in himself. He'll make an error. He doesn't care.
He'll
That's
blow a
part of his
penalty.
game. He'll give a penalty away. But guess what? He's gonna
He'll swear at
give
the
you his
ref.
all. Yeah, I don't think he swore at the ref, bro.
He did. It
They
was
did.
bullshit.
Come on.
I don't think it was that bad. Like
But the ref- come
when
on.
I first heard it, I thought it was worse.
Yeah.
I was
He
like, oh, what did he say?
But you know what?
He's
Yeah.
from a different time, mate. He's from a different time, Joshy. But, bro, he's just playing heads-up football, which is exactly what the team needs because when you play heads-up football, it encourages everybody else around you to play heads-up
course.
football. And who was running the ball like a bloody wahash? Matt Burton. He nearly could have had a double. There was one that he passed to Reynolds and he dropped. He probably could have gone himself, but he's just trying to make the right play.
But
The forward
think
from
about
Marnie.
it. When Burton, we spoke about this last week. When Burton actually has someone that controls the game, where he doesn't have to think about that. Look how much of a difference is it. I know it was Dragons, but just the way he's running around, he was left, he was right, he was doing everything. Man, I think Reynolds for me, you said he's not a first grader, and I get that.
No, I said he might not.
With the time, yeah, whatever.
We don't
I'm
know
not,
yet.
not shaming or anything, but
Yeah.
with the time he can play. But I think he has to start, bro, because he leads from the front, and if he makes an error, who cares, bro? I mean, and then obviously bring Oloapu in for the.
So you're
protect his
happy
confidence.
for Kyle to go?
Oh,
Because I was reading today that he
Yeah.
hasn't been released. And there's
Nah, I
little
think
bit-
his dad just came out. I just read it about before we started filming this. His dad said, "I don't think he'll be there for much longer."
Yeah.
Which is fine, bro. Take him, and like it's his last season with us anyway. He hasn't lived up to what we thought he would be.
it's 800 grand, wasn't it as well?
I think it was nah.
No, he's on like 650 this year. It's his last year. Like, it's the thing with Kyle is like you look at him on paper and what he's good at and what he's bad at, and you think, yeah, he's gonna be good next to Burden, but it's just the urgency isn't there. He just doesn't touch the ball enough. He doesn't do much. The thing
He tries,
with Josh,
but it's
he's the bloke. He's touched the ball 5 times a set, bro. He's
He
getting
wants
his
it.
hands in everything. Now, Burden was the one that was controlling the game. He was the one. His kicking game was immaculate until the last kick.
But I'm saying, who set the tempo?
But Josh Reynolds was the one that was putting the pressure on the defense, digging into the line. And he just, having that experience next to Matt Burden is only going to help him.
Of course.
Burden's the one that, and then lets him put the kicks in. And his kicking game was great on the weekend.
Unbelievable.
Until the last one.
Yeah, the dead
The
ball.
last one, because like I said, he just puts too much power on things sometimes. I said it last week. The bloke,
a
the
monster.
bloke punted the grubber.
Have we ever seen someone control the whole crowd with one bomb?
Yeah.
Like
We love it, but
Bro, we love it, but like the whole crowd
Just-
goes.
Everyone's waiting.
Like I don't blame the fullback ever for dropping it.
Bro, Sloan, he had like that. You can't catch those, bro. It's like,
No,
this
no,
is a rookie, young fullback, bro, and you put that up. We couldn't even see how high the ball was.
He loves
the
the
glare
A,
of the sun in the beach in the background. It's all beautiful.
The one in Origin was massive.
The origin one
I think that was the biggest ever.
Oh, that made House of Highlights, cuz. It made House of Highlights.
Our boy
That's
Birdo,
that's
get
the
in.
biggest kick anyone's ever seen in their life, bro.
How does that happen off a boot? I don't know.
Cuz
the thing is, you got to remember, our balls aren't designed to fly like
No.
that as well.
Yeah.
No.
He has a bloody cannon. He's Happy Gilmore. He's Happy Gilmore. He's got so much power. He's just got to learn how to control it. And, you know, late game, like 78th minute late game situation, he had a great kicking game until that last kick where he Happy Gilmore'd it into the dead ball line instead of just kicking it out. He's gone for the 10-meter line like he did a couple of times
I think
before in that game.
practice will make perfect. He'll
But yeah,
put them off.
he's
soon.
just got to learn how to control it. Just
you can't
tap it in. Just tap it in.
Get in the ball. What is it? Get in the hole.
Just get in the hole. Go home.
Mr. Ball.
And,
I don't think you should have the pressure on him, but I think
Yeah.
I think that has to be. That's why Reynolds for me has to play, bro.
yeah.
And like, I hope Alawapu is who we think he is,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna back him all the way. But
We're supporting the brother.
oh, of course, and he knows that, bro. I think everyone's commented, we got ya, we're back ya. It can turn very violent very quick.
no, they gotta
with Bulldog supporters, but
They just have to understand, bro. He's a kid.
he's not that. Yeah, he's still young.
barely
Like,
out
He's
of
not gonna
school,
be him, bro. He's not gonna be him right away. But he did his job. Like, they targeted him. He held his own, bro. And once he's that confidence, like, bro, but the funny thing was, I swear, he walked on the field and we made a line break. Like, from the second he
that's when
stepped on the
Avrilo
grass,
scored.
I thought there's not, imagine
I thought he's gonna score
he's
first
supporting
touch.
on his inside, bro. I'm like, imagine he's just there to
That would be
get it.
so crazy for him.
Yeah, Crichton did that.
Yeah.
Stephen Crichton did that in his first game as well.
The highs
First
of
touch.
highs and the lows of lows.
Yeah, but yeah, bro, he did a good job. But man, the guys that were the real saving grace, and I feel like the guys that stepped in, like Harrison Edwards, there was another guy too as
he
well.
was so good, man.
They were pretty good. The really big guy. I can't remember his name right now. I think his name was the first name was Sam. Can't remember the last.
He done
name.
that last play when they kicked
massive
towards the end.
guy, massive. He's gigantic. I've not seen him play, but Harrison was good. But these backs, brother, they put in a shift. Braden Burns, bro. I know you're out now, and I just got to give you your flowers, bro. On one leg, cuz you're chasing Lomax down. On one leg, you had a game like that, bro.
He almost had him too.
Cuz on one leg, he's limping. He nicked Lomax the whole game. He nicked him the whole game. 2 try assists, unbelievable offloads, crazy run meters, bro. He was the best player on the park, and he had one leg.
He was my man of the match.
Yeah, and it's just so sad to see him injured because he's one of the guys that you look at and you're like, the poor bloke, like, he's just always hurt.
But to be hurt, yeah, like he was limping first 5 minutes or 3 minutes. He played the whole game. I'm not just saying he played the whole game on the wing. He took like 2 tackles a set.
Yeah.
Every single one of our sets. Him, Alamori, what's the other? Averillo. They all put the shift in, and it's so important, bro. Like someone I was speaking to, Dragon supporter, said to me, "Yeah, we got injuries too. We're missing Ravalawa and thing." I'm like, "Yeah, but like Kiraz and Araka are so important for
Big
us."
meters.
They're literally better wingers than Ravalawa.
Oh, they are definitely. But I don't want to get into that because that's a biased thing. People can say what they want, but they're more important to us than Ravalawa is to the Dragons or Cody Ramsey is to the Dragons. You know what I mean? So I think the boys are doing a good job, and I can't wait for Araka to come back. I think it's soon.
No.
Yeah, I think he said it's sooner than what everyone
Round
thinks.
15. Round 15.
What are we in? Oh, we still got 5 rounds left.
Kiraz is back soon, though.
Oh, sorry,
Probably
Kiraz is back soon.
Probably after Magic Round. But yeah, they just did so good. And yeah, Alamotti, man, and I mean Alamotti. I know the TikTok, like Averillo and Alamotti, sometimes I get them mixed up, especially when I'm G'd up. If you look at the caption of that TikTok, it said Averillo's a rocket, and the other one said Alamotti makes old mate look slow. Bro, I was G'd up, man. I make the TikToks when I record them. Sometimes I'm just a bit going crazy.
That's why they love them, because it's raw.
And because I'm live, I'm trying to hurry up and get the... I don't want to be on my phone too much. But Averillo's a rocket, and we've seen this against Parramatta as well. Like, and he's had a breakout game at fullback, had a breakout game on the wing, and today, and on the weekend, yesterday, was his breakout game at centre, and it was so nice to see. And bro's off contract this year.
He'll get a contract. He'll stay.
But I'm just scared that a team like Parramatta will get him. Because we have a problem next year where we have so many possible centres and wingers.
Crichton's playing fullback for us. There is no way.
But no, there's Bronson Sherry too, bro.
That's fine.
There's Jarrell Skelton.
Bronson Jerry can do whatever he's got to do.
Well, I don't know what they're going to do.
I know what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
And, Parramatta's saying they want a player with X factor, and they like players that can cover multiple positions. Well, there's your man there.
Because I really love
But
Averillo.
I really want to keep Averillo.
And you know what? I want to give some credit to Trent Barrett. Thanks for putting him in the halves. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bro. Thanks.
Playing him as a halfback.
And I want to give the
He's
real
such a
credit.
halfback.
I want to give the real credit to Mick Potter because the first thing that he did was put him at fullback against Penrith last year, and you could tell he made a difference.
And I like him at fullback, man. But if Crichton's coming in,
Crichton,
them 2 players are very important to me because they can switch around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm just stoked. I'm so happy he played well. And we needed him to put a shift in, and he did. And he showed his pace against Souths too. But now everybody knows he's a speedster. And Alamotti's had a couple of defensive issues in the past.
Good on the weekend, I think.
My brother, he muscled up in defense this week, man. Alamotti, that hit on Murdoch Masila, that hurts, bro. He's all muscle too. Like Alamotti's.
I was waiting for him to call a penalty because I'm just used to it.
You know what Gus said? Gus said this line: if somebody gets hurt, somebody has to be blamed. So I was like, I wouldn't be surprised, but that's just a mad tackle, bro.
Any words on the Dragons? Anything you want to get off your chest? We have a lot of Dragons.
Come on, man. You know what you want to say.
Look, first and foremost, no go forward. Fred's already covered it. But the most important thing, bro, like it's clear as day. If Griffo wants to have any possibility of having a job next year, change kickers. And I'm not even saying this just to jump on the train, but the game against the Raiders, we lost by 2. Lomax missed a kick. Game against the Dogs yesterday, missed a kick. We lost by 2.
2.
The game against the Roosters, he missed 2 kicks. Game we lost by Golden Point. There's one more game.
There's another one. There's like
One
6,
more
7.
game.
There's like
Titans.
Huh? Titans. Lost by, I think, 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In the
lost by
last
2.
minute.
Missed a kick. Like, we're not going to be a team that's, by the looks of the way the season has gone, we're not going to be a team that's going to be competing and in the top 8 and making a charge for top 8. So we're going to have a lot of these close games, and conversions are going to be the biggest difference. Like, hitting 3 from 17 is not
That's
good
horrendous.
conversion stats. Like, and I know, like, we're joking off cam, and Fred's like to me, you got to stop scoring tries on the wings. I'm like, before
Poor Avaloa and prop, bro.
4 points is 4 points, man. Like, you got to turn 4s into 6s, and that's what is going to be the biggest difference between, like, having a half decent season and having a shit season. And we've had way too many games where they've been close, but it's the difference. We're losing any game we've lost by less than 12. We've lost by a kick or by a converted kick, or that converted kick would
The
have
only
taken
game
us
he's
to
really
go
got
away.
pumped is Cronulla.
Bro,
I
the
think.
Cronulla, and
I think
there was
there's one more.
another game. I think the Broncos. Remember
No,
the
you-
last-
no.
No, you nearly beat the Broncos,
Yeah, but
and then the
the
last
last-
10 minutes they
But I'm
nicked
just
you.
talking like scoreboard
Yeah,
wise.
yeah.
Like, we got pumped by the Broncos. So, yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
Zach Griffin.
he's got to go, bro. Like, I don't know. It's just an experiment that doesn't make sense. I would also say our squad isn't that good anyway, but it hasn't been good since God knows how long anyway.
Yeah,
So,
I think they need a whole clean out. Dragons fans, stay patient. Asa.
stay
Johnny,
patient.
Stay
We're really good reading.
No, just stay patient. You might get someone. Let's get straight into what, round 10? Are we in round 10?
I was
You have
gonna-
one more thing to go? No, let's do it.
Yeah, there's a couple more things I want to address. Ponga, what do you do with him? The Knights seem to have an issue.
Sell, get rid of.
Would you-
Honestly, I really think
I don't think it's that easy.
I don't think it's that
it's
easy.
not that easy, but you're asking me, and that's what I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I know, but it's not
Me?
that easy. Like, you just, it's a big one. This is what happens when you drop big money on players, man. Like, you need to almost guarantee it works, because when it doesn't, you're stuck with a very expensive problem, and
It's not
no
good.
one else wants your expensive problem. Because unfortunately, we're in a sport whereby we're dictated by salary caps. It's not like the football, when we watch the football and you're like, just sell him, and cut your losses.
Yeah, you
because
can't.
you're not dictated to by a salary cap. Like,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will want him, bro. Mark my words. I think Cowboys will probably go
For
for him.
a mil, because the minimum you're gonna have to pay is $1 million a year. Like, he's on 1.4, which means Newcastle would have to, if they fork out 400 grand, which many clubs don't do.
He's
Like,
on
we did.
1.4.
Yes.
He's on 1.4.
that's what I'm saying on
He's
that
like
money. It's
Nah, he's
not.
got to play front row.
For me,
1.4. That's the salary
What,
cap,
with a 33% tax?
bro. That's the salary cap,
no,
bro.
the salary cap went up. Like, it's about 9-10 million next.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's a
But
lot of
dude,
money.
It's a
cuz.
lot of space,
That's
and that's what
10%
I'm
of
trying to
salary.
say.
So they're going to be paying that for a few years too, because he's just signed it.
It's
So
the
they
last
can't
year,
get rid of
didn't
him. It's not an option.
So I would honestly, I wouldn't get rid of him because it's not, like you said, it's not
not
easy.
It's
feasible.
not financially
It's not,
viable.
it's not. It doesn't make sense. So I'd probably play him at fullback. I'd play Miller. It's so hard to get rid of a player like that.
'Cause he's playing good, man.
And the thing is,
And
what
Gamble-
I'm going to say is I wouldn't even get Miller, because what message does that send to your team? Like, that's the other side of it. Like, I understand where you come from and you say, shift Miller, get Miller out. But
No,
what
I-
message does that send to your
It's a very
teammates?
bad message, but
You know, like, if I'm a player, bro, and I'm seeing this guy who's been with us when our star players been out injured, has helped us get points and has been putting in these big performances, and is arguably in people's conversations for best new signing, best new fullback. Like, if I'm seeing that bloke get dropped because the star boy's back, like,
Yeah,
for me,
it's hard.
how am I going to respect you as a coach? Because I'm going to, like, whatever hard work I do and whatever impetus that I put in on whatever I do, like, you're
makes
just
no
going to throw,
sense,
you're
yeah.
just going to throw me into the bin, bro. If something better comes
you
along.
know what I was about to say? I was gonna say play him as a hooker, like forming him to a hooker, but the guy can't even make tackles. So.
No, look, he can't make your tackles in the middle, make your tackles on an edge is two different things. But it's just, bro.
Middle's volume.
He
That's what I mean. You need to do 50 tackles a game if you're a
and
hooker.
you have to tackle big guys. And
This history.
what did he do? How did he get knocked out against the Warriors?
Big guy.
He went high, doom, gone.
He went high. We hit his head first. You're meant to move your head to the side when you tackle. But, it's just that simple. But here's the thing. I got a proposition. I feel like it would work. On the weekend, they had Crossland and Gamble on the bench. Okay, they've got two smaller guys on the bench. I honestly think Gamble should be the 6 to start
that's
off the
why-
game.
that's-
You see what we're doing with Josh Reynolds? At least till he gets his confidence back. Till he gets a few games just to, like,
Ease him in.
he's
Ease
low
him in.
confidence right now, bro. Since you've chucked him in, he's not won a game this season. I imagine you're bringing Kalen Ponga off the bench and he plays like Kalen Ponga when you really need a lift. Like
That's not a bad shout too, but
I think because Lockie Miller does not deserve to lose his spot, and Tyson Gamble is the best 6 that they have on the team, and he brings so much toughness and it rubs off on everybody.
100%.
And imagine you've got a steady ship. It's like 16-14, bro, and there's
Ponga's
half an
there.
hour left, and you bring on Kalen Ponga for whoever you want, Tyson Gamble, whoever you want, Lockie Miller, bring him on for whoever
Play
you
him
want.
off the ruck. See if he can create a bit of trouble there as well.
Dude, he's going to
I'll
cause
move Mazu.
problems.
Like in defense, I'd move Mazu into the middle and fucking put Ponga on the side.
Yeah, putting Ponga
Like
on
he
the
can
wing.
do
would-
different things in defense, obviously, that can work for him. But I don't know. Look, his quality, bro.
Yeah, he's got good. Look, he's a really good player, but his confidence is low right now. I would honestly move him to like 14 and see at least for 1 or 2 games, bro. Then worry about moving him.
Yeah.
If he has a performance off the bench that helps you, like, win a game that they wouldn't have won without him,
He'll feel so good.
then he'll feel good, and then it justifies you. Okay, bro, now it's time for you
Integrate
to
you back.
integrate you back into the team. He's the fullback jersey, bro. Lockie Miller, you do that with Lockie Miller as 14. Like, I'm sure he could play. He even said, I'll put my hand up for the 6 jersey.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, because he's so quick and zippy, he'll be mad at coming off the bench.
Bro, he'll be like
I love Gamble so much, and I feel like he brings so much to the team. And
him and Hastings, no. But him and Hastings, the chemistry they have is crazy.
It's just
It feels like they've been
it's a
playing
match
together for
made
3
in
years.
heaven. They're both just really tough players. They're not the best players. They don't have the most skill. They're not the smartest. But bro, they just play tough.
All right,
And
I'll ask you this question then, Fred. Do you think maybe that there's financial pressure, or not pressure, but there's pressure from the club to
100%.
for Ponga to be on the pitch?
100%. But I think it's because O'Brien's coached Ponga for so long too. He wants him in the team. Because wherever he's been Ponga's that guy. Ponga's been that guy for Adam O'Brien the whole time. So he wants him in the team. But I just don't think you can force him to, like, I just want you to integrate him into the team properly.
Yeah, well, might have a bit of a headache on their heads, bro.
Yeah, it's a decent problem to have too many good players.
Nah, I don't think for them.
But it's something that they really
At least they
to.
have players. We got freaking hospital right now at the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Look, I've got one last quick question for you boys. Who's the biggest pretender in the NRL right now, and who's the biggest contender?
Like team or player?
Team. Like, who do you think is going to probably take out the title, and who do you think is the biggest, pretender?
I think title, I'd say Bunnies or the Sharks.
Contender?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's. I can't split between those two. I just think the Bunnies, what it is they'll have good games, they'll have bad games during this regular season. But I know when it comes to like maybe from about round 20 into that whole playoffs sort of time of the season, I think the Bunnies just.
I don't think they'll win the grand final. But I just don't see them winning. But they're contenders for sure.
Or Sharks.
With that team,
yeah.
And if they get Wyden in, oh my lord,
Yeah,
that's big.
The thing with the Bunnies is, like, they can be having a bad game and still win because they just can pull out points out of nowhere. Like the Penrith game, Penrith were the better team. If you look from like minute 1 to minute 80, Penrith deserved to win that game. But South say, nah, screw your odds, bro. Screw, like, what they need is one mistake and they'll score. And that's what happened.
That's what happens,
2 in like 3 minutes, bro, and win the game.
We always say they're just quick to score.
What a sick game that was.
So who's your contender, Tanaka? Souths?
I said either them or Sharks, because on the other hand, Sharks' attack is just, brother. They'll
blitzy, eh?
Sharks score points for fun, like
they leak a lot of points too, but the scoring is definitely there.
Like when they decide, all right, we just want to go get some points, like they can do it, man. And it's just their movement, like. Nikora is like someone I love watching at the moment, bro. Like
he's so good.
He's so good. Like he's a big attacking weapon, and then you see
Talakai.
Like, yeah, like they've got big weapons out wide. Like their backs are all good, man. Like I really enjoy watching the Sharks as well. They've got a good pack. Like
everything is
and it's
literally
only going to get better.
Yeah. Everything is well.
Toby Rudolph the whole season.
Hasn't played, yeah. Well, he's gone for the whole season.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't played yet. He's going to come back soon, hopefully.
Well, there you go. So
he was still in a moon boot last
They
week.
have a very good balance of everyone and everything.
And the one thing,
McInnes,
and what's it called?
Don't forget McInnes plays for him. Like he's an absolute gun. Like he goes into any club.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing that you got to look at, like with someone like the Sharks, the reason why I feel like Sharks are contenders is look at how many of their boys have decided to stay at their club. Like a lot of those boys have decided to re-sign and re-sign and re-sign.
They believe.
And look how happy they are that they're staying together. That kind of gives you... I'm not going to say they're Panthers, but remember when Panthers were on the come up, like they're all just wanted to be together and just play together, and ultimately that's what got them over the line. So I'd say contenders has to be Sharks, but based off that.
Quick.
I'm going to go, as much as I want to go South, I just think the Sharks are a little bit more complete, like, because some of the South Sydney's players are still developing. A lot of their forwards are still very young, but they have so much potential. Hami Sele, Davey Mawale, Shaq Mitchell is, when he comes back, he's going to be hectic, man. And Lockie Ely is still developing, man.
So they're your contenders?
But I think the Sharks are, because, dude, big. I want to give a shout out to my guy, bro, Braden Hamlin-Uele. I know he's just been ruled out for 4 to 6 weeks.
I hope you're all right, bro.
But, bro, he was in the form of his life, dude. He made like 120 meters and like 9 runs against the Dogs.
Not one line break as well.
Is
that right?
He's just a tank, man. He's an absolute machine. And, bro, if they get him healthy and Toby Rudolph, you add him to the team. We saw how good he was against the Cowboys in a big game last year. Like, he's going to add so much to them. I just think their backs are forwards too.
Talakai,
Ramian, Mulatalo, they're just...
That's what I mean when I say they have
weapons.
a perfectly balanced team.
Yeah,
they have everything you need. Bench as well.
And
like,
gun.
Yeah, they
Wilton and all that.
Who's
your... do you want to keep... Yeah.
Yeah, who's your contender?
My contender has to be... Man, fuck, it's a hard one.
Yeah.
I want to say Sharks, but... I don't know, yeah, I'm going to go... You have to go Sharks.
Yeah.
But my pretender... definitely has to be the Roosters. They have been far for... This always happens too. You rave on about a team. They're so good. They bought this guy. They get confident and then, I don't know, shit happens. So
I forgot about the Roosters.
yeah, that's what I mean. But see, because they're not interesting anymore.
Yeah.
They're just winning or getting it done. Like even... I know it was raining in the Warriors game, but...
They had a lot of good ref calls in that game too.
They got a lot of calls, bro. And the Warriors... you said the Warriors were robbed last week. They were probably robbed this week too.
Yeah, but they're going to just... Like I said in my... didn't have them first because they're going to have a shaky start. But they're going to get better as the season progresses. They're still missing some players. They're getting players back from injury.
Yeah.
But yeah, them and Storm towards the end of the year will be cracked.
For
me, just because I've seen a lot of Manly fans like harping on, bro. Like I said, you're going to lose because they're second. They were second until this week. I said you were going to lose, and everybody said you're not going to go 8 for 8 this week because you didn't tip Manly. I saw like multiple Manly fans like thinking their team is all that, bro.
They had the worst tips, yeah.
Dude, yous aren't there yet, man. Even with Turbo, you're not at that level yet. There's something missing. But Schmolle is hectic.
Who's so? They're your pretenders.
They're my pretenders. Yeah, Manly are my pretenders because they were second, and everyone's like,
the fans got to you.
They're gonna win it. The fans are getting to me.
Got to you.
The fans are getting to me, bro. But yeah, they
gotta come for you. Yeah.
Let them come for me. I like, bro. Blake Darlow's my guy, bro. I love that bloke. But some you Manly fans just relax a little bit, bro. You're not gonna win the comp. You're still a couple players away, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, just the way you guys were acting this week just annoyed me. So I'm just gonna say Manly. But if I'm gonna have a pretender that's like was a premiership contender like going into the season, I'm probably gonna say the Roosters. I'm gonna have to.
Roosters. So you're with the Roosters.
Something's with the thing with dropping Sam Walker. It just means there's a little bit of turmoil there. I think.
Even now, Brendan Smith's injured. They got Tupou injured. A lot of players missing, so it's gonna be hard for him to bounce.
I'm gonna get Eden for this one.
Talk to me.
Penny Panthers.
No, I don't think you're gonna get Eden.
I think a lot of people agree with you.
Yeah, I agree, bro.
I don't think they're finished.
Bro, the game against Newcastle, I said Hastings played better than Cleary. You know what I mean? Which is true.
I think
Cleary won the game, but Hastings had a better game. And I think that dropping all them players, I don't know why they dropped... Targa was injured, but they dropped a lot of... Spencer Liu never played. No matter what, even if whoever you played, it's rain.
Do you know what it is? I think two things are the reason why I say the Penny Panthers. I think one, they're just suffering from burnout. Not burnout from playing too many games, but I feel like when you play at that high level and you are the benchmark,
people start to understand.
It wears you out. It wears you out. And the reason why we don't see three-peats is because it wears you out.
Yeah.
I think that's the first thing. The second reason I'd say is just, again, that team's breaking up. Like, it's already started this year, but look, next year they're losing a lot of key forwards. So you kind of start, not key forwards, key players. You kind of start looking at it and thinking, well, like, how invested are they? Do they all want to go out on one last hurrah, or do you have players looking out or
Yeah,
looking
trying to get the money
already
somewhere else.
They're already starting to think, oh, what can I do and all of that as well. So yeah, I think for me, just pretenders at this moment is the Panthers. I think they're a side that are capable of making me look like an idiot come September.
You're right. You're good. You're good.
Come September, they can make me look stupid as
So
well.
you're going Penrith, you're going Roosters, I'm going Roosters,
Yeah.
contenders and pretenders. Let's get straight into round 10 tips before we wrap
Magic
it up. This
round.
is magic round. Fred will be there. If you're there and you see him, say hello, take a photo, and just show your love because he's an absolute legend and icon of our sport, guys. Have some respect for yourself, right? First game, 6 o'clock, Dogs and Raiders. I'm not going to say where they're playing at because they're all playing at
They're all playing at Suncorp.
Suncorp is about to get pumped, so I'm happy we got the first game of the week.
Yeah.
Dogs, Raiders, what are you going?
I'm probably gonna go the Raiders
And by
by 1 to 12.
Raiders on to 12.
Raiders 1 to 12.
I'm glad we got the first game because the pitch gets really bad.
That's what I said. I'm going to go Bulldogs by 14. Mainly at Brisbane.
Brisbane away game.
It is.
It is an away game. Brisbane
By
13 plus.
Yeah, Brisbane will bounce back. I reckon 18.
Go Tony Staggs double.
Yeah, I think
You have it here. Who heard it here first?
I'm with his man. I reckon Jordan Ricky double. Brisbane 13 plus. Warriors Penrith on Saturday. That's a good game.
Good game. I'm gonna go Penrith. I'm sorry, Warriors fans. It's just, you're missing too many players right now.
Yeah, I think Penrith 1 to 12, but it's going to be a tight one. Takes
Let's get Panthers, but I think they might want to actually make a statement
Yeah.
after what happened last
big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, after what happened last year, I think they're going to come and want to just remind the league what they're about.
That makes sense.
I thought that was gonna be last week. But that's what I said last week.
I just copied what you said,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Hopefully it's this week.
Cronulla and the Dolphins.
I think Cronulla 13 plus.
Yeah.
If it's gonna be mad, I can't
Bro,
wait
I'm-
to watch the Dolphins, man.
Oh, you're going to see him
I
live.
can't wait to watch them.
The fins up.
I'm doing this, bro.
Takes.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to go Cronulla, but I'm going to go on to 12, man. I think Dolphins will... They have a good crowd there too, bro. You can't forget that.
It's gonna be G'd up, bro.
Jade up hard. Melbourne Storms versus the Rabbitohs. That's a good game.
The last one was mad too. I'm gonna go with South Sydney, and I'm probably gonna go. Oh, they're just off the bye too, so I'll go 1 to 12.
I'm
That'll
gonna go
be fresh.
Melbourne. I'm gonna go Melbourne 13 plus.
Oh, we're 1 to 12.
Okay. Tigers Dragons.
Tigers Dragons. I'm sorry, bro. I'm going the Tigers, mate. 1 to 12.
You cursed
This new back line that they played was just really good, man.
Fullback was
Stafford
nice too.
Toa, big shout out to him. Was a unit.
Takes.
Okay, what day is the game?
Dogs Dragons Sunday for 1:50 p.m. Huh?
It's not Dogs, Dragons.
Not
So,
Dogs. Sorry.
Tigers Dragons.
150 Sunday?
Yeah. So Tigers Dragons. They're playing 1:50 on Sunday.
Yeah, we're losing that.
You can feel it, huh?
Yeah.
When the sun's out, you suck.
Do you wanna put a
Every Leichhardt game is in the daytime, but the one time you versus us at night time, you win.
That's why I wanted to check what time the game is.
That was a good question to ask.
Yeah, no, we're losing that by 12. Sorry, 1 to 12.
1 to 12 Tigers.
Yeah.
What'd you say? Tigers.
1 to 12
I'm gonna go
Tigers.
Tigers by 14. Actually, it's my special number.
They need Ben Hunt to go.
Roosters.
Bulls mode.
Yeah, Roosters. Cowboys.
Roosters.
Surely, look, Cowboys are, we know the situation. Surely the Roosters.
I'm going Roosters.
Roosters 13
I'm
plus.
gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go neutral. Either one of them. But it's gonna be a field goal game. I feel like this game's just gonna go to the end, and then it's never gonna end. And the last game of the round, with Newcastle has a bye, so Titans are playing Parramatta Eels last game.
Para, bro.
Para, yeah. I think Para are full in good swing now.
Yeah.
Para 13 plus. Para 13 plus.
I think it'll be tight.
Yeah.
If this is a big win, we're gonna have a topic about them next week for sure.
I think this will be a tight game.
Okay. So what? 1 to 12.
Yeah, I think this will be tight. I think the Titans have showed a lot this season in terms of character and the way they
But
play.
still, man, Para.
I've got Para 13 plus, but I will say this will be the highest scoring game of the round, and this will be the most fun game to watch at the round because there's gonna be plenty of tries.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of points. Over 60 easily. And that's league, lads, for you. We're here. We've done a double session today. Like, comment, subscribe, please. We love you all. Fred TK, thank you very much, boys. Let's
Thank
do
you,
it.
boys.
One and only appearance. Peace.